Aqua gang, gang, gang. What it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful Aquarian soul family. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guys, please come through. Give us exactly what it is that we need to know in regards to the energy showing up for my Aqua gang, Sun and Rising, Venus signs. Please keep in mind the messages are general. Take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? Don't force anything to fit. If you happen to be a cross watcher dealing with an Aquarius, you're welcome as well. Just place yourself where you belong in the storylines. Everybody, please take a moment, click that like button. Okay, let's all energetically donate to our beautiful platform that we've built here, you guys. And shoot me a little comment, okay? Let me know how you're feeling, how you been, how you doing, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? A little hey girl, hey, don't be rude, say it back. Whatever you want to add about the reading, you can feel free to do that in the comments as well. And last but certainly not least, if you haven't already made it official, hit that subscribe button, baby. We would love to have you join the gang. Now, something is definitely up in the air, okay? I feel like this is somebody who was barely hanging on by a thread in terms of this connection with you. This is somebody who now feels like time is up, or they're the ones that are feeling like things are now up in the air. Okay, let's go over all of the cards that came out first before we fully dive in. Very first card out was creativity in the reverse. And the way that I was hearing that is this is somebody who ran out of ways, right, to, in their mind, make you happy. I feel like this is a very push-pull type of connection and relationship. The happiness didn't last very long. It was always on a timer. We have divine timing here. We have happiness and we have anger. I feel like this person used to piss you to fuck off a lot, or they still do. This is somebody who had a lot of access to your emotional compass. Okay? And this is somebody who's now run out of ways, because at one point in time, I don't know, you can listen, correct me if I'm wrong. Even if they were barely hanging on to a thread, there is some kind of a toxic bond here. Okay, this is a connection that was I feel a lot of push and pull, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of ins and outs. Okay. Could have been multiple cycles with this person. There were shadows that maybe you were dealing with that would have held you in this cycle for as long as it did. But now it's sort of like the veil is lifted is what I'm hearing. And I feel like whatever antics this person was using, they're no longer working. That's why that creativity card is in the reverse. It's sort of like, it's giving that this is like an alarm clock, right? And the alarm is finally going off. The divine timing card also states being patient. So I feel like you had a lot of patience. You gave this person a lot of grace. You showed this person a lot of grace. Lots of leeway. I feel like they had a lot of wiggle room here. And they also feel that way. So I feel like this is somebody who would come up with creative ways, or they had this sort of idea, right? Like of who you were, what you like, your desires, what would get you to get, what would allow them to get back into your good graces. And I feel like there is a vicious cycle of back and forth, because anger is right after that. So you could never really get comfortable in this relationship. Things have always been up in the air for you because of that sort of up and down. Okay, I'm getting like a seesaw, a roller coaster. Okay, so those are both like rides. So this person is taking you for a wild ride. I feel like you've abandoned the ride. And I feel like they're the ones now riding this vicious cycle on their own. The anger card also suggests pent up anger. So even though in moments where this person pissed you off, or they may have betrayed you, or they may have, rubbed you the wrong way, right? Like really hurt you, I feel like you didn't say much. I feel like you tempered that. So there is a lot of pent up anger or resentment in terms of what this person has put you through. They don't see it. This is why they're kind of confused at how delayed things are now. I feel like you're moving slowly towards them, if at all. I don't get that you are giving this person much access, much of your time, much of your energy. The things that worked before that would have you in the mood to hear from them, talk to them, talk things out. Because I get this is not I'm hearing like this is not my first rodeo, right? We have Aries at the bottom of this deck. Aries is all about like action. So the actions that this person is taking, they're hitting a brick wall. They're not successful at this point in time, or they have yet to be successful. I'm hearing that they always get what they want. This is a very tempting offer is also what I'm hearing. I'm not saying that you're going to be tempted, but I feel like you were tempted by this person multiple times before. This surviving card also suggests burnout. So I feel like this is literally a connection that took you through the ringer. I'm also hearing like rinse, repeat, recycle. So a very vicious cycle of the same. And I get that this is somebody who is still on their way in, right? Like they don't know where the two of you stand, but they do know what has worked before. I also get that this person is angry that you are now the one choosing your happiness over them, or over this connection, over this bond, right? Even if it's toxic. This is somebody who may have grown up seeing toxicity in relationships, because to them this is okay. Okay, with Aries here, I feel like you're rebelling against this. Yeah, look, with the 12th house. The 12th house is all about healing. It's also about the hidden and being quiet, right? Like things going on underneath the surface. 12th house is also karma. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes that this person can feel, but they can't see in your energy. And I almost get them wanting to come towards you to see what they can do. They're almost trying to prove to themselves that the changes that they feel in the energy between the two of you, like this cord either being cut, being severed, being burnt for some of you, because we have a lot of fire here, right? They don't have like tangible proof. So I get this person trying to prove to themselves that that's actually what they're feeling. But a part of them is also nervous that this might actually be done. They're nervous or scared that what used to work, what used to have a hold over you, no longer has a hold over you, because what's going to happen is they're the only ones that's going to be left holding the chips, is what I'm hearing. They're the only ones left on the ride. Oh, they're giving me like the image. I wonder if I got this recently or if I'm just imagining it. I'm seeing imagery of like, didn't you hear me say seesaw, which is a ride? But while this person is on a high, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever the fuck they're doing to you, they deem this behavior to be okay because of what they've been through in their past. All right. Very, very, very traumatic shit, which has embedded deep shadows within this person. This is where the toxic bonding comes from, right? Like this is the way that they feel like they should be able to behave because it's what they witness. It doesn't make it right, but that's what it is. So I'm seeing like this person getting a high off of being able to control your emotional compass, right? Like having such an influence over your day-to-day emotions, right? Whether it's happy, whether it's not knowing what's going on, confusion, anger, sadness, right? Like all of the things, anxiety, worry, right? Feeling limited. Questioning oneself. It doesn't matter. They just like that they have control over it. It feeds something within this person, right? So with the imagery of the seesaw, I'm seeing like this person being on a high because they pushed you in a certain way, or they've done something to you which makes them feel good. This is somebody who feels good when they feel like they can control how somebody else feels. It makes them feel loved. This is how this person identifies if somebody loves them or not, if they conform or if they fall for the traps of emotional abuse. Let's just call it what it is, guys. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I said it. Okay. Emotional manipulation. And they do these things very impulsively. And if it works, then in their mind, you love them, right? That person loves them. That person rides for them. That person is down for them, that sort of thing, right? I get them being on a high on that seesaw and you're on the other end, but you abandoned it. You left them literally up in the fucking air. Have you ever been on a seesaw before? Am I telling my age? Am I aging myself right now? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, thank you. Confirmation with the crystal. Have you ever been on a seesaw? It is a joining of forces. It only works. Okay, the ride only works if both parties participate. If one person decides to not participate, the other shall fall. That's how it goes. And it's a hard fucking fall because you're all the way in you're all the way in the air. It's like popping this balloon. There's only one way to go, and that's down. Okay, so your abandonment of this situation is quite literally the catalyst to this person's downfall. This is a very toxic person. They operate in the shadows, so they can't really see. And they're very stubborn, this one, right? It's almost like they're trying to rebel against your removal of participation. This is a brisk and brutal fall that this person is getting ready to take. It could be financial because this figure is literally holding open an empty wallet. But there's also an emotional fall, right? Like that ego is taking a dip, a drastic dip. Oh, I heard going straight to hell. These are very poor habits that this person has acquired. If we're honest though, right, a part of you would have had some residual effects of this same trauma to have attracted this person, but this 12th house suggests that you found out what this is and you're healing it one step at a time. Even if you haven't gotten all of the answers. These are some monumental big ass moves and steps that you're making. And I don't even know if you realize just how impactful they are on this individual. Now, they're the ones calling you impulsive is what I'm seeing, okay? They are the ones now realizing that they feel like you're holding the puppet strings now. When they at one time felt like they were the ones holding the puppet strings. And I also get that within these coming days, weeks, okay, this could have already happened. It's going to continue to happen because it's unbelievable for this person that you kind of left them hanging or left them up in the air as they are experiencing this free fall in their life in multiple areas. Yeah, a very complex situation. Look at Saturn right underneath there, right? So this is like Saturn is all about accountability. Whether you want to or not. You don't have to take accountability, but it's going to be right there in your fucking face. It's going to smack you right in the face, which is what the ground is doing. This person is on a free fall down to the motherfucking ground because you're no longer holding this up. Like you abandoning this is literally you leaving them on that seesaw up in the air. There's only one way to go, down. And for somebody who is so stubborn with this Aries energy, for someone who is so stubborn, it's sort of like they can see they're falling. Everybody else around them can see that they're falling. If you are in close proximity, can see it. Everybody can see it, but they are still unwilling to accept it. Severe denial. Now, the 12th house also rules over forgiveness. So this person may be coming in whispering those sweet nothings. It's just a little warning. We have fixed moon. Yep, this is somebody who is very stubborn, you guys. Inflexible, okay? They do not want to lose this power or this control that they once felt like they had, but it's not just about losing the power. It's the fact that you jumping your ass off of this seesaw and leaving them to hold all of this bullshit and all of this fuck shit and all of this shitty ass shit. It leaves them holding it all. They want to share in the bullshit. So this person, you may be unknowingly and unintentionally stirring up anger within them. Right? This is like the ultimate abandonment wound that's coming to the surface. Because even if I'm abusive, even if I'm toxic, even if I'm no good for you, if we're in love, how could you? Like, how could you abandon me? So all kinds of things are being triggered within this person just by this one move that you've made. The fixed moon says not backing down. Strong-willed. They're standing firm on what they believe is right. Okay, with the third house, this person is definitely having a lot of thoughts, but they're not the right thoughts. You see, their thought patterns are definitely outdated and all over the fucking place. They have not helped them out up until this point, and they're still not. This person could be looking you up on social media. They're trying to figure out what's going on with you. Okay, with that 12th house energy, this person may also now view you as maybe a hidden enemy. They feel like they've stepped into enemy territory, right? When they really trusted you, they trust that you would allow them to abuse them in the way to abuse you in the way that they wanted to. And now that you're not doing that, I get pointing the finger, calling you the enemy. This person may have left you hanging many of times. For some of you, I get this person that was never there for you in times of need, but you were always there for them. And then they would just tell you to be patient, because now we have patience here twice. Patience needed is here in the fixed moon card and in the divine timing card. So you were always expected to be patient with them, with their ill behavior and their toxic ways and their abusive traits. And you were just always expected to, you know, take one up on the chin, and in whatever way they would come in and finesse you or try to rock you to sleep and make you happy, make things right, even though you knew it was only a matter of time before they would piss you the fuck off again, or before they would leave you hanging again. Never know, mind you, any of that. This is somebody who believes that this behavior is warranted because we're in love. We have commitment phobe, and that came out crossing. And that's because there's no real connection, you guys, right? Like, I feel like you never could really connect with this person because of all of their toxic shadows. Even if you did have a title on the relationship, even if you said I love you to each other, there was always just something missing that I feel like you could always feel, okay? Even if at the back of your mind. There's always something missing. 12th house. So I feel like ideally this is somebody who does have a phobia to commitment, unless it's exactly the way that they need it to be. And the way that this person likes it to be is extremely harmful emotionally. Lots of manipulation, lots of control, lots of lack of self-control, and lots of insecurities. Yeah, I'm hearing like mentally unstable, emotionally unstable. So the way that they gain their stability is by knocking others off, knocking others out of balance. Might not be on your level just yet. And they put that right next to the 12th house. Ain't no need to go, you know, bashing yourself, beating yourself up, because that's counterproductive. It is. Everything happens for a reason. This is all in divine timing. This had to happen for you and for them. It was destined for the two of you to cross paths in this way. Even though you may have gone through some brutal, emotional, mental heart chakra beatings. But I feel like this is what they were trying to guide you to in understanding, right? That you were digging beneath you. And that's not to shit on this person. This is really about like spiritual development. This is also about like emotional maturity, spiritual maturity. They weren't on the level. So when you deal with somebody who's not on your level, the only place to go is down, right? Like you have to regress to be on the level with them. Thought you were the one. So you may have really fought for this, okay? Especially with all of these cycles. This was truly a brutal lesson that you had to learn. I'm definitely sending you love and light for those of you who have had to endure this. Now it's this person's turn, because I feel like you, with the moves that you're making or will get ready to be currently making, you're well on your way, and it's leaving this person with the muck, with the residual effects of the lessons that they have not yet learned. They don't have anybody to project it on, right? Like, look, see, it's almost like a deep realization that There's no sounding board there. There's nobody else to push their insecurities off on. There's nobody to push off their lessons that they're trying to evade and avoid, right? There's no escapism by way of another person's mental health. Yeah, they're still calling your bluff here. Spin cycle like a motherfucker. Did I not say that? I heard rinse, repeat, recycle. I did. You pulled the cord on this. Fast, baby. Swift. Aries is not much of a thinker. It's like, do and ask questions later, okay? Do and apologize later if you need to, right? It's very fast moving, very erratic at times, okay? Impulsive. Look, can't make it up. Did I not say that there will be an apology coming in? But it's only once they see that you're not playing. They've run out of ideas. They've run out of tactics, antics, and ways to pull you back in or to keep you stuck. I hear a bit of guilt tripping in there, right? Because they're used to seeing people in their family or whoever they experience in relationships of toxicity staying for the kids, staying for the love, just riding and dining, riding and dining, dining and riding. You said, baby, fuck this. Get the fuck out of Dodge. You and your kids, if you have them. I never claimed to be perfect. Right? So this is more about your patience. This is more tugging on those heartstrings. Okay? Weaponizing your empathy. I do know I broke this. Of course you know. Of course you know. We don't know if this person has healed to the point where they're able to truly sit in this and have made changes to be able to do anything about it, though. That's the real thing, right? You can know all you want. What the fuck are you going to do about it, huh? Let them feel it, is what Spirit is saying. And they feel it like a motherfucker, okay? 12th house does reign and rule over like the subconscious mind and thoughts and dreams. The mental space, especially with the 3rd house coming out. So a lot of the battle that this person is experiencing and the heartbreak, the pain, the obsession that they're experiencing is in their mental space. This was a complete mind fuck for them. Do not allow this person to guilt trip you, even though they're going to try like hell. They really are. Yeah, I feel like they're still actively addicted to this version of themselves, to this way of life, to this way of doing things. Does this person want to be single? No. Do they want to do what they need to do in order to have a healthy relationship? Fuck no. No, they don't. Not if they don't have to. Definitely didn't expect you to figure me the fuck out. You can't make this up, you guys. You left their ass on that seesaw, dumbfounded. And they thought they could fly. Or maybe they thought they was Superwoman, Superman. They thought that they was just gonna levitate up in the motherfucking air, bitch, and they started free falling out this motherfucker and said, stop playing, bitch. Stop playing. Stop playing. Pick up the phone. Stop playing. Come back. Come back. Come back. You ain't came back. So here they come, spinning the motherfucking block on their tricycle. Let's hop over to the extended, okay? We're going to see where this is going. We will see where this person believes things are heading to. That's going to let you know what's up in their mind and their membrane, okay? If there's any toxic plans, ulterior motives. I would love to know what their greatest fears for the future of this connection is. Let's see what karma the divine has set up in store for this person. Let's see if any transformations have been completed. What ways have they changed? What are they willing to do to fix this if they know that they broke it? And that'll let you know if they're for real, if this is actually genuine. Okay. Let's see what their next steps are going to be. Specifically, how are they going to approach you? What is the offer? Okay. You can decide. There's no judgment and I can't tell you what the fuck to do. Y'all just read the cards. Okay. And then we will see their intentions behind this offer and this approach. And then we will look at the best possible outcome, whether you decide to re-engage this or not. Okay? We will look. to see what you would be setting yourself up for. Good or bad? What would you get? What would the return on your investment be? Good or bad? Okay. And then we will move into new love. We'll dig into all of the details about the new cycle, the new person. Okay. Because I feel like you have abandoned this cycle completely. You aborted mission immediately, bitch. Immediately. So what's on the other side of that? Okay. We will dig into the details about this new person, see if it's worth your while or if you should just, you know, focus on your money and whatnot. We'll pull advice. And we will also pull a Ask the Universe reading, okay? Where I'll give you the floor to ask a few questions of your own. So without further ado, click the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm going to see y'all over there. Let's go.